It's always nice if our bind-offs, especially for cowls, match our cast-ons. So if you did the knit one, purl one cast on, and you want a bind-off that would look good with it, there's a really nice, very stretchy bind-off. This works great for cowls, and it's basically you're going to work it in pattern. So you'll work your first stitch knitwise, you'll work your second stitch purlwise, and then you're going to come into the front of both of those stitches and just knit them together. So each time you'll knit, but you'll work the stitches in pattern, right? So now I have one stitch on my needle, so I'm going to knit that stitch, come in, and knit the two together, right? My next stitch is a purl, so I'm going to purl that stitch, take the yarn to the back, enter the front of both of those stitches that are now on my right hand needle, work them together. I also would like to point out that I'm on a needle significantly smaller, so I'm two sizes smaller in my needle because this is very stretchy, and if you go the same size, it gets a little ruffly. Okay, gonna then knit my next stitch. My yarn's already back, so I'm gonna enter that those two stitches with my left hand needle in the front and work them together. Right, just in case throwing looks entirely different to you. My yarn is forward so I can purl that next stitch. My yarn will go to the back so I can pop in to the front of those two and knit them. Right, already ready for a knit. Working them together. Okay, let's see if that gives us enough for us to take a look at it. So you still have a braid along the top, but your stitches themselves are worked in pattern. And so it does a pretty good job of simulating and looking a lot like the knitted knit one, purl one cast on. I think it's a little better than some of the others, and it's super stretchy. And so but it's also not wavy, which is kind of nice. So that's just a nice way of doing a stretchy cast off for the cowls.